time there, YouTube? This is SEL0320 representing JVS. I'm back here again for an actual early review of the movie Justice League versus the Teen Titans. What did I think about it? I'm going to try to dissect it as far as the imagery, as far as the voice acting, and then as far as the story. Believe it or not, I thought this movie was going to be so cheesy. I was like, really? The Justice League versus the Teen Titans? When I looked at the first trailer, I thought it was going to be like, a knockoff, of like my remembrance of it. I think I've seen so much of the Teen Titans Go because this was actually really good. I actually really enjoyed it. All honesty, it actually brings homage to the Teen Titans of like the early 2000s, and the thing about it is like, I would love for this group and just the way that they actually designed them to be a show. Like, I'm gonna petition to this to be a show, but I'm gonna stop fanboying out a little bit. I'm gonna go into the dissection of what I thought about the actual movie. So, the synopsis of the movie reads, Robin is sent to work with the Teen Titans after a volatile behavior botches up the Justice League's mission. And in doing that, the Titans must step up and face a new foe that is connected to Raven. And the thing about it is, the actual fight sequences and the imagery, they keep to the nod of all these 52 remakes they've been doing. I mean, they did a really good job with Bad Blood. They did a decent job with most of the Batman movies, even the Justice League Atlantis. I mean, I think Flashpoint is always going to be one of my favorite Justice League movies they've ever done. But this was actually really good because it fleshed out the characters better. Like, when I actually get to see, like, Superman and seeing him do, like, normal things, or, like, going on a date with Diana and just their interactions, or him being Clark Kent versus trying to be, like, this hulking big Superman, you get to see, like, some volatile things happen because there's this otherworldly thing and element that basically has hit Earth. And it's like they can't stop it because it starts off in this really big action sequence with the Justice League really starting to go up against the Legion of Doom, which actually had Lex Luthor, which actually had Solomon Grundy, all the classics, essentially, even Weather Wizard left in there. But it was like something happened and one of them gets possessed, and from that point, all bets are lost because there's an element of magic. There's a lot of demonic related things that are elemental in this, and it's really scary at certain times. Like, there's something that happens to Superman really early. I was like, holy crap, And then as it progresses in, it does this really cool thing of humanizing and adding, how do I put this? Believability and humility to Damian Wayne, of all people. Like, I actually really loved him in this one more than the rest of them, And so, but either way, I thought that the lines were awesome. The animations were really good. The fight sequences are impactful. And it didn't have this cheesy kind of ending sequence. It was some serious situations. Like, most of these have actually been pretty good on their finales as far as the impactfulness and the necessity of trying to complete the mission. I think that they did a great job as well as the visuals and just the line and the animation standpoint. Now, as far as the voice acting for this one, I actually don't know who the actual voice actors were, but from my understanding, Rosario Dawson is Wonder Woman again. Shemar Moore is back for Cyborg. Christopher Gorham is the Flash again. Jerry O'Connell actually is Superman this time. But Jason O'Mara, he's back as Batman. That's just the lineup for the Justice League. Now, for Damian Wayne, Robin is actually Stuart Allan's back. Jake Austin, I'm not sure of that name, but he's playing the Blue Beetle. The girl, if I'm not mistaken, Tasia Farmiga, she's playing Raven. She's actually did a really good job. Shemar, he actually came back for Nightwing with a preferred what's his name? I forget his name. Doogie Howser. And then he got the other characters such as Beast Boy, Starfire, and then major villain in Trigon. Now, another thing about Trigon is, if you don't know the mythology, he's a strong connection. This is a non-spoiler, by the way. He has a strong connection with Raven. And the way things play out, oh my gosh. And he's being voiced by John Bernthal, of all people. Matter of fact, Terrence T.J. Carson actually comes back as a voice of Ra's al Ghul in some way. I'm not going to describe why or how. But just having those big names back in this, and then having what they've already done so far with the Justice League, and now these new guys, these new kids, and actually they do compliments to these characters. It's not that they sound verbatim just like, you know, the verses that I remember, but their nudges, their nuances, the scripting, as far as the way that they actually do the voice acting for it, this brings me to this remembrance of what the Teen Titans really were for me. And I was like, this is so cool. And then, okay, so let's go into the story. The story arc, like I said, it picks off from what happens after that interaction. And then you got all these different demonic things and elements that start to overtake people's bodies. And specifically, they're trying to overtake the Justice League. But they're all drawn to Raven because of this situation that's going on with Trigon. And now the thing about Trigon, this dude, when you finally get to see this man, you can't really stop him. like real talk, like there's not too many people that can stop him. Now, a thing I love about this is that not only do the Justice League give their all in concept of this whole entire thing, when this man is on his stuff, you can't bring him down. But the thing that I love is, like I said, it's all different elemental things and these demonic presences and it's all this mysticism. And basically Trigon in himself is indicative of the devil. And so it's like when you deal with his world and then when you deal with what's going on Earth, it's like, how can there be any, you know, interactions between the Teen Titans? How can they have any comedic moments? They pull it off. Like there's moments where like you see like Damian fighting with the Teen Titans, fighting with the Justice League, and it's like he finds humility, and a humble thing happens to him really early on with the Blue Beetle, which I'm not going to bring it up, but I just love their interactions. Like he compliments them just as much as they do him. And Cyborg in this one actually comes and makes an interesting role in it too, and I was like, this is my Teen Titans. And even like the end, there's this small tease that comes up. But I have to say, I actually really enjoyed the way they brought this story out. I love the humility. I love the comedic moments, even with Beast Boy. Like, there's something really cool that happens with him towards the last end fight. And the energy is just there. Like, I was like, man, I want this as a TV show. So, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about the episode, or not the episode, what you think about the movie when you go and check it out. It is available, I think, digital right now. And keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.